everybody, welcome back to this week's episode of Shots Life. We are back on the I Bought a 2005 American Eagle, and in there we're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. We almost have a battery fire. I mean, that sucker is smoking. Thank goodness I was out here. We fixed the rear mud flap, which is sitting like this probably, I don't know, way before I got it, probably for years. We changed the windshield wiper pump, fluid pump. We put fluid in the front axles. Oh, I don't know what else. And we get my sister and brother-in-law's reaction to the coach for the first time. I wish I'd got the reaction from the looking at the outside, but I thought to start filming when they were on the inside. Anyway, it's a pretty good episode, so stick with me. Here we go. Welcome to my life. All right, well, I'm glad I was standing here. I was actually working on cleaning up some stuff in the back of the RV, and I came over here, and I don't know if you see that. It is just smoking. This battery is hotter than crap. The inverter was running and charging the batteries. I thought I smelled rotten eggs or something. I'm like, what is going on? And man, it is just smoking. I can hear it too, just boiling. So I don't know if they hooked something up wrong. Thankfully, there's a chart right here, so I'll walk through that. I tried to kind of do it right now, but I really can't see everything. So I'll have to figure out where the inverter lines come down and then figure out what they're doing here, because it should be the opposite end. So even though there's 6 in series here, the end of that side and the end of this side should be connected to the inverter. I have a feeling they connected the inverter to this battery and it's trying to push it all the way through, but this one's getting the majority of the force there. So yeah, something is definitely wrong. All right, well, let's let that cool down. We're just gonna have to go through this wiring. I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm not sure what the heck's going on here. That's definitely wrong though. Glad I was standing here. I was actually cleaning up back here. I was actually not supposed, I mean, I actually was going to put a new blade on my saw and do other stuff, but I got back here and I was cleaning up. I was just listening. I heard this thing, the air coming out, and I was just seeing if it was going to stop or not. It's the air dryer kicking, which it's supposed to do. And then I started cleaning on the hydraulics, and when I was doing that, I was smelling rotten eggs. And then I was down here on the bottom, and I started looking at this little exhaust tube that's there, and I was wondering what the deal was with it and why it's run there. I don't like the way they ran it. It's either they need to tuck it up top. It's just loose, right? I could put it anywhere. I could bring it over here. Here, that air dryer keeps giving out a little bit of air at the top. So I need to figure out what's going on with that too. Anyway, this thing was down here, and I think, I'm not sure where it originally was, but I don't like it where it's there. So I'm either going to run it across here and down right here or something. I'm not sure yet, but I don't like the way that it's going right there. Because I need to lift this up. It's a link down, or I need to lift that side link down, either way. But it's a link down, which I think it just needs to come up, because when it's on the ground, this side's touching. You can see where it's dragged. So it's linked down because somebody did this stupid thing and then let that down a link to put this in there. And I don't know if they did that when they put the exhaust on or what. So I need to figure out a good place for this. I'm trying to get it off right now, but I need to find a good place for this to go that's not leaning on this, so that I can push this up a link and have this equal and even. It's so heavy, man. And I also probably need to take it off because I need to bend this back on it because it's bent at the top. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And that's what led me to that. So I've gotten this thing off and I went to put it up, and this hits the exhaust before it can be high enough. So basically I've got to take this one off, hook this one in. You have to hook it up high for it to fall back in, right? So I gotta unhook the one up there, or rehook it to the right chain up there, and then I've got to undo this and then put it back in down here. So fun. All right, so now we'll lift this back up, put it in its place in the number 2 chain like the other side. Lock the clamp back down. All right, so here's where it's got to go. So you have to lift it up high enough for it to fall in there and then fall down. Well, it just didn't have enough to fall down. So I'll get this locked back on there. Well, actually, I'll probably just hook it up and then we'll lock it back on there and be easier to put the weight on there. But now I think we can get it on. Oh. All right. Let's see. That's the solid side. Nope. That's the solid side. Yep. So now we just gotta lift this up, get this thing behind here, and then lift this thing up, and then lock that down there. Of course, this thing weighs like, I don't know, a bunch. Nice to have this thing level again. That's the first thing one of my dad said to me too is, I think your coach is running sideways. It was this thing he was saying was crooked. And now it's not. All right. Much better. All right, that's much better. She's on there evenly now. Well, I think she is anyway. Supposed to be even. So, because now that one looks low on that side. That's crazy. Wonder what's going on with that. Huh. So now this side's up in here, and that side's down low. All right, well, I figured it out. So this bracket is sideways, and this bracket is perfectly sideways. So they tilted it up. So now I've got to unbolt this bad boy, let this come down, let this right here come down straight, and it should be perfect if I do that. What a mess, huh? What in the world? So let's get this thing straightened out. I'll spray it, and I'll try to get that bolt back a little bit, and I'll have to hold it up and then lock it down. It's interesting to me that this all happened somehow. But we're going to get it, and we're going to get it right. So, all right, let me spray it, and then we'll go from there. All right, so my new problem is no matter how I move this thing, it will not get out of the way of putting the socket on here. So I've got to take the bottom off to drop the mat, to take this, loosen this, take it off, hopefully. I don't know if I can take it off, but I'm going to try to take it off. And then loosen this, move it, tighten it, put this back on, then put the mat back on. So let me tear everything apart that I've already done and start over. Live and learn. All right, let me get back at this. I'm probably not going to film this. You guys get the idea. All right, I'm not going to lie to you. This was a total pain. Yeah, I should have filmed it. I ended up having to get the impact to get it apart, but I got it. And she's in there, and she's in there straight. Pretty cool. I mean, for the first time in however many years, the rig actually has a level piece on the back. I do need to buff it out and all that. I get it, and I will. I probably need to take it off, to be honest with you, and straighten the frame up, because the frame is like tweaked on it a little bit, and both sides it's out, and in the middle it's in. I don't know what's causing that. Just got hit or backed up on something or something, who knows. And I do need to clean it up for sure, the chrome and all that stuff. But and you can see where it drug on this side because it was hanging low for so long. But hey, for the first time in who knows how many years, it's lifted, it's level, it's sitting pretty good. All right, so one of the major problems I have on this bus is the leveling system. The airs were just fine, but the hydraulics are terrible. Though they don't work, I guess. So I was in here looking, and it looks like, I mean, I see this, they had a cut hole through here. I was looking underneath, and this whole jack is just screwed up. I mean, you can kind of see it. Maybe I can see it through the wheel well. It'll be easier for me climbing back under there. But, you know, they had some kind of an accident with this thing on this side. But you can see this hydraulic jack. You can probably see it better than me. But it is totally pushed sideways. And the bracket that it actually mounts to is bent. So this side I can get to. I was wondering how they got to the other side. And it looks like, actually it's a pretty smart idea. I mean, I don't like the way they cut it and all. But they had a little black piece of sheet metal over top of this, but they made themselves a hole to get in there. Now when I do it, I'm going to seal it back up once I replace this, but I need to pull those bolts off, pull the bolts off the other side, and take that whole hydraulic system down. That's this side, and it probably all needs to be replaced. I know the bracket's bent, the other bracket's bent, so the whole thing needs to be replaced. Looks like I got leaks on the one on the other side, and then I'm seeing things that I don't know where they go to. Like this one here says hydraulic pump, a hydraulic level pump, but the pump's already over here. The whole system's here. I don't know. It's all plugged in. Everything's there. I unplugged it just so it wouldn't kick on, but everything's there. So I don't really know what this one goes to, or if there's something missing. Honestly, I don't know. I don't see any places where it would mount, and I don't see any places where that thing plugs in, honestly. So kind of weird. I mean, it could have gone through this firewall, right, and then into that side, and then hung into here. But I don't see anything that needs to be plugged in. I mean, that's the main power plug. So I might be crazy. I have to look it up. I do have the book on this power gear. I have not read it yet because I knew I had this issue here. They had the hydraulic lever was just hanging, so that I put that back up. And then what this is, I don't know. But that's it for now. I guess I need to get ready, cleaned up, and get ready for dinner. It's like 5, 6 o'clock or something like that. What a decent day. I mean, it's really actually kind of cold. It's in the almost 50, I guess. And this battery, I'm hoping you can hear that. I'm putting you up next to it. But it's still sizzling. I mean, that's kind of scary. Still warm too. But yeah, fun stuff, huh? All right, well, let me shut this garage up, get inside, get cleaned up, and get ready for some dinner. Well, you can really still see that peeling now, can't you? So we definitely got to do something up there. Get that fixed. All right, so I've been up into Lexington, and well, I went to AutoZone first, took that battery, that bad battery, to AutoZone, and sure enough, it tested bad, 6 point something volts. So I got the new battery to get put in here. Man, all these wires are gonna be right the way I know. It's a pain to get out. I know it's gonna be a pain to get in, you know. It's amazing all this stuff that goes to it though. I don't like the way that's in here either. I really would like to clean this up somehow. I need to figure out what's what though, for sure. Spend some time doing that, and then I'll throw this battery in, I think. All right, this morning I've been working on the bus. I did swap the one battery out that was smoking, and then only to find out that the other engine battery was dead as well. I've got that on a charger, separated from the motorhome, just to see if it'll take a charge. I don't know if it will or not. We'll let that run for a few hours, see if it gets anything. I have a feeling it's bad too. I don't know what they're gonna say when I bring that one back too, so we'll have to see. But yeah, so that means there's definitely something going on, shorting between here and, I mean, these two batteries only run the motor, as far as I understand, from my understanding. And I think the hydraulics as well, but it should just be the motor anyway. So anyway, I'll have to narrow that down, see if there's like a bare wire or a short somewhere, is what I'm thinking. I don't know, something's definitely draining. The guy had talked about starter. He was so concerned about the starter. I have a feeling he'd do something more than maybe he alluded to. I'm not calling the guy a cheat or anything, but I think there's more that he knew about that he didn't tell me about. Because he kept mentioning the starter, and he said he put a new one in there. But when I get up underneath the bus, it's clearly not new. Doesn't mean he didn't take it out and have it rebuilt, but there isn't a new starter in there. So that may be a place to start if I can't find any bare wires or rub wires or something like that. Definitely going to go through all the grounds to make sure they're grounded securely. They're grounded to the back on a bolt right there, so they look like it's pretty secure. I'll have to check the other side, but that should be a chassis ground. So anyway, other than climbing around under there for hours looking for a bare or chafed wire, starters where I'm thinking. I don't know, I may be crazy. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at on that. So we'll see what this does this afternoon. I'll climb around there, underneath and see what I can find. But anyway, I guess I'm really getting to know the bus this way anyway. I got a lot of cleaning to do in there too. They put the brand new batteries on the tray without cleaning the tray out, but typical kind of stuff, but we'll get it cleaned up. All right, today while I was at the place getting the battery, I got some gear lube for this. So let me get this stuff in here. They didn't take much yet. It's right in the range now. I like to replace that. I like to drain it and replace it. I think I'm going to do that here soon. I'll drain it all out and replace it. But in the meantime, let me just get it filled up. Of course, this is the one I thought was leaking, but it's not leaking. It's the motor for the slide out is leaking. This stuff right here, boy, I definitely need to drain this out. And all right, well, that gets us lubed up. Keeps those bearings cool. And we'll just have to keep an eye on that because obviously it went low. I think it leaked at one time, but it looks like they sealed it when it was in the shop. But all this junk is coming from up here, which I think is coming from that slide motor and draining down through here. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that too and figure that out. Lots of stuff to figure out here, isn't there? Oh, all right. All right, one of the things that's out on this bus is the winch wiper motor, sprayer motor. So I got the sprayer motor, that's all it is. It's expensive though. But the way you get to this is you pull the front out. In the front, there's a generator in front of this bus. A little switch under here. So that's how you get in there. There's our generator. Big cat power generator in the front of this. And then the horn and the access to the lights and, you know, whatever. I actually do need to take this off somehow so I can get in here and clean this. I see the hinge point here, but you got to unbolt it in a couple places to get it out of here. Flip it up so you can wash underneath it. It definitely needs to be washed. But that's a different project for a different day. Today's project is right there. That's all it is. But I have a suspecting feeling that if I pull that, fluid's gonna go everywhere. So I better get a bucket because I think it just shoves in the hole, man. Honestly, plugs the hole. Probably a little rubber gasket at the bottom of it. We'll see. So yeah, it's gonna be one of those things where we pull it out and we push it in real quick, I think. All right, let me get the flashlight and a bucket and get my red game ready face on. I don't know. All right, so plug it first. Let's see if we can take this cap off. Oh, it does. It starts leaking right away. Wow. Okay, this is gonna be a mess. This is gonna be a mess. Okay, let's stop that up for a second. I'm gonna see if I can't pull that and shove this one in, because I'm gonna lose half this thing anyway. From what I could tell, it just pushes in there. So let's get a screwdriver so I can pop this out. See what happens. All right, I got a couple things here to try. Let's see. I'm gonna try gently pushing it first. See what it does. I think you just kind of pop it out and then pull it. I guess that's one of those weird deals. Yep, that's exactly what you gotta do. Once it starts, it's gonna go. Okay, I just want to have this one ready to go in. Yep, and that's out, and that's in. Oh man. Yep, that's in. Oh, that's in. Now we just gotta push this in right. Bam, she's in there. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let me get some rags and dry this thing up. It's actually kind of fun. A little time action there. Only got so much time. But let me get something to clean this floor up, and we'll wipe all this down and hook her up. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, that's pretty awesome. We have a new motor, and we hardly lost any fluid. That was pretty good. Of course, had to clean the floor, but the floor needed a clean spot. All right, well, that's it for right in here for now. I don't have a key to show you that it works or not works. We'll try that out. All right, so big storm today on the building front. If you're watching, well, if you I don't know when this video is going to hit, but timeline wise, storm's coming, and I just tracked in all the dirt up against the concrete in the front of the building. So again, timeline wise, I don't know where this video will fit in, but it's starting to storm. The thunder's going and all that. So I've switched gears and I've gone back to these batteries. I had one that you had seen and it was smoking. I got that one replaced. I then tested the house batteries. Matter of fact, I'm going to test them again here in a second, but they've been running right at 12 volts. So the line, the short, or the drain is definitely, well, I don't say definitely, I have a switch, so it's off and it's not draining the batteries, which is a good thing. So that's a good place to start, right? So if I turn that on, whether it depletes the batteries or not, I don't know that yet. It will put some drain on it for sure. But the engine batteries were definitely dead and have been since I bought the RV. I didn't realize it because if you have the house batteries on, they must connect up here in this unit up here somehow. So it must cross feed and pull juice from the house batteries to start the motorhome if your engine batteries are dead. So that's what they did. The house batteries were starting the RV, and I always felt that it was something was wrong there. I just wasn't 100% sure. So now with having the engine batteries brand new, I'm sure that's going to fire the bus up real quick now. But it's just a matter of finding out, did the one plate fall and burn up and then that burnt the other battery up, or something along the line, chafing wire, a bad alternator, bad starter, that's, that's not likely, but a buddy of mine, Jeff, he's had that happen to him before, where the starter burnt and then stayed open. So it was constantly, shorting basically. Chafing wires I've seen before. I saw that in my dump truck. So it could be any of those things. And of course, there's a ton of wire on this rig. I do have that brand new engine shutoff battery switch that I put on. And I'll probably, if I notice when I put this on that there is a load, I'll probably go back there and unhook that switch and then hook one thing at a time and see if it has a draw on it or not. So to figure out possibly where that short or drain is coming from. Probably gonna be a long process, whatever. In the meantime, I just figured I'll get the batteries in there and get them hooked up and figure the first part out. Is there a load against them right now? Or maybe I might get lucky and maybe it was just the one bad battery shorted out and then caused the other bad battery to die. So we'll see. But yeah, I got all the battery acid cleaned out of this bay. I don't think it's ever been done. I think when they replaced the old batteries, they didn't clean out the tray. So I cleaned out the tray as best I could. I probably could have took the rest of them out, but I'm trying not to screw with these. I've also noticed that this one is hooked on wrong. This one should come to this front battery. So I'll fix that at the same time while I'm doing this. So that way the inverter comes into both sides on the ends. So that's what I'm working on. I'll keep you updated. All right, so I got everything rehooked. There was a draw on the house batteries when I hooked the inverter on the negative side. And so I looked that up and it says that that's normal. The capacitors inside the inverter, when you first, if that hadn't been hooked up for a while, do draw like that, so there'll be a spark. But I have everything hooked up. Now I just need to monitor to make sure everything goes fine. I'm gonna turn the coach batteries on and plug the machine in and then let it charge them up, and then I'm going to really pay attention to these two new batteries to make sure that they don't get fried or something else isn't wrong. So let's do that, and we'll just kind of work our way through. I'm going to make sure that the starter and all that, the engine compartment battery switch is off, which then should just protect these two batteries from being only being charged by the inverter, not putting any power out to anything else. So and then we'll just have to make sure that's not our problem. That's the fun thing about RVs, I've had one before years ago, and boy, if you don't like working on stuff and figuring stuff out, you sure don't want one of these, because man, to have somebody do this alone, you'd be paying $100 an hour and you haven't got anywhere yet, and I have several hours into it already. And a lot of the time, I'll just be on the coach looking for bare wires or bad grounds or something, and you're paying $100 and something an hour for that. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, if you're not super wealthy or work on them yourself, I guess probably shouldn't be having one. But of course, I'm not here to tell anybody what to do, for sure. If you want one, hey, whatever. But yeah, all right. So let me plug it in. The inverter automatically will kick on. We'll listen to see how these things do, see if they warm up, heat up, or anything like that. If they do, I'll shut it right down, and we'll have to figure something else out. All right, try this out. Make sure I have this off. Yeah, see I already replaced this switch, which you probably already saw in the video. And the next thing I might do is, if it is draining, I'm going to pull everything off the back of that and only hook one thing at a time. Okay, there's another thing I need to do is clean this dang wire. It's all muddy. But anyway. All right, popped on. Hopefully don't get sizzling. So she went in charging mode. All right, so I do have a charging center here. Tells me it's pushing in absorb charging at 13.8 volts. So there you go. So we'll just kind of monitor that, see what happens, and then we'll just go from there. The biggest thing is to make sure those batteries don't get overheated again and we lose them for some reason. I want to really make sure we take care of those, so I'll just have to keep my eye on everything. But it's doable. Okay. Well, let me figure out something else to do. Pretty cool, huh?
That's cool.
It's a bus too, bro. I mean, it's diesel.
Yeah.
Yep. This floor comes out, the top comes over and makes a floor
so
here.
you can.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's air though. Yeah, the bus has to be on, but it makes a floor.
So it's
Well, I don't know. Let me try it.
under, huh?
Yeah. Let's see. Where's your step cover? Oh. Yeah, the bus has to be on.
So this is the main door in, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Comes up right through here. It's so spacious through here.
That's the two slides
got
on
the
both
things
sides. On
out.
both sides, yeah.
Now, is this as far out as the slides go?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's full.
I mean, it'd be good for cleaning.
I think.
Why would you need? Why would you need that?
Clean
Have you
toilet.
seen them where
Clean
the
your butt.
doors go
No, I don't
double
know.
doors?
Clean
Like,
them
is it a
toilet.
bidet? Like,
Have you
seriously,
seen
like,
those,
why would
Kevin?
you use that?
Just to clean the toilet out, wash it out.
Oh, because it doesn't flush?
It does flush, but not like a.
Like it doesn't keep water?
I'm surprised they didn't do that on
Not
this
like
one.
a. Don't put
Is that
it.
the
So
thing?
That's a
it'll
flusher,
shut
yeah.
and latch here, and it'll shut and latch here.
No.
Have you ever seen those?
Yes.
Yeah.
This one is the.
So you got the.
Yeah, it's locked, but yeah, it slides on both sides, so you can go either
Yeah.
way. But I have seen those. That do
Yeah,
that. And it
that's
makes total sense.
It does. It's like
Except for when you're going down the road.
yeah.
Now you can just have your own private. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What?
Bathroom. This will be categorized as my sister's reaction to my new bus.
That's the shower. Just put one in my arm. Well, that's a pretty good size. Got a skylight in it?
Wash your hair.
They're not still pictures. It's a movie. Yeah.
Oh, it's got a ceiling fan.
Yeah, little ceiling fan there.
Chop your head out.
Wow, that's cool.
There you go. Wow.
Is that a combo washer dryer?
It is. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can get this?
Well, no.
So does it go straight into the dry
Sink.
cycle after it washes?
I don't know.
I don't know. We haven't.
I haven't messed with it yet.
Haven't tried it.
I
I like
we
the
haven't hooked
sink
the
in
water.
here too.
Yeah. You remember it's been cold, right? So this is like, we just got,
Yeah.
it's freezing cold in here. So you
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
look in the very back left.
Gun safe.
There's a safe.
There's the
Yeah.
safe.
Is there? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Is this open too? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull hers. Cool. That's a pretty good little closet.
Yeah, cedar lined. Yeah.
Oh, those chairs fold.
Well, no, those two do. Those are the two that you put, so that table slides out more.
That's what I was
Yeah.
And then you put those two tables with the,
She said you stored them. I thought, well, how do you store a big old chair like that?
oh, the two other ones fold, yeah.
Cool.
That's
Yeah, I
nice.
mean that's a huge closet
They
amount of
left you
space.
satin pillows, or you put those in there?
I put them in there. They were.
Oh, I was like, that's fancy. That's nice. I like that.
We got to clean all this. When we cleaned, because it was
Yeah.
all, this was just when you wiped it,
Mhm.
it's still,
Just-
it's just black.
Yeah.
So we still got to take this out, clean this. I'm going to spray paint this because I don't know what happened here.
What, this?
Yeah. It's just plastic, right? So I'm going to
The
take it out.
mirrored
I'll
thing,
spray paint
yeah.
it something, but I'll take this off and then either recover it or
Yeah.
clean it or whatever. He must.
It's like stained. I wonder what
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I had a leak at one time. Probably when the air conditioner sits above it, or the air conditioner ran,
And
and then humidity off
Yeah.
there.
Did
Yeah.
you all buy this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just bought this.
Yeah, we threw this
it's
one
right
away.
there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
what is this here?
I don't know. I was trying to figure that out too, but it must have been like a hair dryer or a curling iron holder or something. I don't know.
No,
You know, something you push in there and it drops
Yeah,
down
and
and
it
it
just-
holds it. Yeah.
What is that?
Mm,
Oh, this was like
I
your
was
little
thinking
makeup
toothbrush
stand.
holder.
that's what it's
Yeah.
on. That's what it's for.
It doesn't really sit down. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Well, something would drop into it and sit in it.
Yeah, it's like
And then-
just
Maybe a razor.
I don't know, but you wouldn't put a razor on over the carpet though. That's
Yeah, I
the,
don't
it'd be
know. I
dripping.
can't. I can't figure out what it is.
cool. You got, I mean, tons of little storage.
Oh, yeah, it's got storage for days.
Everything.
Yeah. It's got satellite TV.
I like how they, you have to have all the latches
Yeah.
latched so they're not
Hear me? It's got direct TV.
direct TV.
Satellite on top.
oh, it does?
Mm-hmm.
You have to get it
You
installed.
have to pay for, no, you have to pay for it though. I mean, yeah, they'll have to turn it on.
Service.
This is cool. It's a pretty good size room, actually.
It's not bad.
Great.
I mean, it's
size.
not what we're used to.
So it only sleeps 2 people on the couch and 2 people
That's
here.
right. Well, even, but it really only sleeps 2, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's,
It's for one.
yeah,
family.
when your grandkids come, I mean, it's a
Yeah.
blow up mattress in that.
Yeah.
It's with springs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, under this one's a heater. Under that one's
Yeah.
the bed. We pulled it out and everything, but we're gonna have to get a new the air part. So, yeah. So I've been digging in that seat trying to figure out how to get into that locking mechanism. Try to fix it. But for the thing on the side, the arm, it just falls. It doesn't lock like it's supposed to. So either the cable's probably broken in there or the spring's broken or something. But and then there's reading lights too. So if that's not enough light, I think there was reading lights. I've replaced all the lights. They're all
Yeah.
LEDs.
All these
They're all halogens, and if you touched them, dude,
burn.
He would burn his hand.
yeah. And it's like, this is silly. Why would you even put this in? Well, how
Yeah.
dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Especially in a small space.
Yeah. So the only thing I haven't done
Yeah,
is
big old TV there.
I haven't bought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got that one all running. It wasn't even working.
Yeah. You're like,
So we had to take the entire thing out, the whole front. I took
oh
out,
my goodness.
yeah, to get that one working. But yeah, it
What
works
was
now.
wrong with it?
It just wasn't.
So
working.
it wasn't even wired right. It's just dumb. I mean, just dumb stuff.
Chill in here and watch movies.
Oh, I don't think I haven't.
We've already cleaned. Yeah, we've cleaned the
Yeah,
carpet.
you-
Meow 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 meow. Oh, I'll be outside.
Working.
Your dad out to it.
Yeah, Dad would love it out here. Dad would love it out here.
Dad's retirement home.
Dad probably come out here and you'd be finding him in here sleeping one day.
Oh
Cooking
yeah.
him up some mac and cheese.
Oh yeah.
Back, going to the post office.
There you go. Yeah, I'll go to the post office. Yeah,
So we've cleaned the carpets once. We'll have to do
we'll have to do that a couple times. Yeah, I mean we haven't looked to have them replaced.
just-
Real chairs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, all the wood. I mean, it's just.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
gorgeous.
Did they
I
have?
love how
Did they have
just-
rope lighting up?
I love the color.
They do.
The rope lights up there on top.
Reach up right there where you are.
What's on?
Is there a video? Is there a video?
Yeah.
Surely not just
I'm at mile marker 85. Come back. Son of a gun. So what?
I don't even think is the AV on? I don't think the surround sound's on.
Does it kick the speakers on back?
No, I remember. But there's a sub underneath the table and then speaker back here.
Just that far. There's one up
hot
there.
Right here
storage over
Yeah.
and over there.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with this thing?
Sit it out here just like this. Party, because I like to party.
It's cheaper than
Frog, it's
buying
what
a
we
main
said, frog.
clubhouse.
Well, no, you're in my man clubhouse, in my RV, in my.
Look, what the hell's wrong with